Hey, this is the assembly video for the BE-11 Smith machine from Valor Fitness. By now you should have received the boxes. Just check to make sure you have the right sequence of boxes. If you're missing one, please call us or email us at info@valorfitness or give us a phone call. Lay the parts out, get them all out of their plastic, get your tools ready, have the manual ready, and we'll start to do the frame side first. We're going to build almost like a house structure and stand the walls up. Those will be the sides. So watch along, and here we'll build the BE-11 Smith machine. Okay, I've kind of laid out the mainframe parts. We have part 24, which is the main upright. We have part 25, which is the back curve support. And we have part 22, which is the actual base itself. So I'm going to build a frame here, then stand it up. The other frame, stand it up, and then connect the parts back and forth. So the first part on part 25, helpful hint, do the 2 bolts that are right behind the faceplate of part 24 or part 23, but I have 24 here. So it's going to be using these 2 little nuts right here with washers. I know you can't see this, but it's easier if this guy is free floating to start the threads. This bolt here is the most difficult bolt in the entire setup, so you got to kind of get your fingers in there. It is tricky, but once it's in, once it's in, it goes in pretty nice. Finger tight all the nuts and bolts until you have all the nuts and bolts in place. Okay, we have all the bolts tight, finger tight on the frame. You can go ahead and tighten these down, especially the main base on the bottom. And so make all these bolts secure with a 17mm wrench and socket. Makes it a little faster with the socket wrench. Okay, just for the record, part 25, part 22, there is no left or right, front or back, up or down. They'll work symmetrically, if that's a word. So this part right here, 25, can be on the left side or right side, doesn't matter. Inside, outside, doesn't matter. The holes are built or drilled to accommodate either side of the unit, so you won't make a mistake. So this one's done. We can stand it up. The only left or right you're going to have is the large holes when it's time for the safety arm catches right here, where the safety latch goes over the bar. Those must face inside of the unit. So we've got it designed here, and this guy will be over here. So now let's build this A-frame. We'll stand it up and then connect the products. Okay, both A-frames are built. You have a choice here. You can put the guide rods in now, or you can do it later. On the guide rods, you have a threaded hole right there, and you have a sealed top right there. The threaded hole will face down in the unit. So you can take the sealed end, or the closed end, slide that in the upper part first, go up through, bring it over, drop it down. Later in the process, you will bolt that to the frame. You can insert the guide rods with it laying down or standing up. To lay it down, find the threaded end, the solid end. The solid end will go up through the top part first. The bottom end will then go in the bottom bracket, and you'll bolt it upwards to secure it to the frame. So find the hole here. Okay. In it goes. Don't bolt it to the frame till you're done, because you still have to take the guide rods out and slide the carriages over the guide rods. So just let them stay there, free floating. They're not going to go anywhere. They're safe. We'll bolt them at the very end. Okay, we're at the phase now. We're going to look at parts 26. There's 2 of them. They're the cross beams that go from the 1A frame to the next. You'll find the model number on one of them, and most likely the Valor Fitness plate on the other. They're both the same. They can go top or bottom, doesn't matter. But let's put the model number down low and the Valor plate up top. So down low, you're going to have it bolted right there. So when this stands up, this piece connects over there. So let's go ahead and put this on here, and we'll finger tight. Okay, finger tight. It helps to have a prop sometimes to raise the units up so you can work on them. We're going to borrow a sandbag for a moment. Just make sure the Valor plate faces the way you want it to when you stand it up. So for this unit, it's going to be attached right here. So when the rack gets stood up, it's like that. Once you get one, it helps hold it. Okay, now we've made it to the part of combining the two A-frames together. I've put the cross beams braces in place. I'm going to walk this up and attach it to the other A-frame. So just make sure you have the logo facing the right way and the Valor Fitness the right way. The beams can be interchanged, but for our purpose, we put the logo up top. So I've also already pre-assembled all the pegs in the frames. Those are pretty easy. Just snap them in and lock in place. So here's the difficult part. A little caution there. Okay, if you're by yourself, if you have an object to put under, it will help. That can rest like that. I can finish with the plate storage on the sides now that I have the A-frame in place. This is where you want to have the head of the bolt on the outside with the threads on the inside. Why? If you have the other way and the threads are facing outward, keep in mind your plates are going to go toward that, and it just keeps the threads away from the plates and your fingers. Okay, there are two pulleys that come with the unit as far as the Smith machine. Those are for the counterbalance feature if you're so inclined to use those. These are sold separate. This lead weight slides down the shaft of the mainframe. The cable comes up over the pulley and attaches to the carriage. These two weights in each upright counterbalance the weight of the bar, so it's pretty much a net zero weight. That's why there's a neat feature of the Smith machine. You can have a kind of a zero weight on the bar for training. There's not much resistance as far as the bar itself, but you need these. If you don't use these, the unit works fine. It's just now you're starting off with about a 30-pound bar, which is normal, but again, it's an option. It makes it a little smoother, or go without this and you have the bar itself. So now comes the part of attaching the carriage to the chrome guide rods. That's the next step. Okay, we have the main frame built. We got the pegs in place, the chrome rods in place. All the stuff now is the actual bar you do the workout on. And yes, here's you can make some mistakes. So there are two carriages. They're identical. They can work left and right, but they cannot work inside or outside. So they must be slid over the chrome shaft with the bracket part facing inward. So they'll kind of position them how you want them to go, both sides. So now comes kind of the part where if you had someone helping you, that would be great. Well, you have to slide these into the chrome bar like so, into the chrome bar like so. Then these two must go up and go over the chrome bar. Now if you're by yourself, this is a trick. Lay the unit down, Slide the chrome rods in the holes. Remember, solid part goes top, drilled part goes bottom. So slide the bar all the way through the top hole, and they're resting right there. Now you have to think reverse order. Now we're loading the top stuff on first, the bottom stuff on last. Remember, the carriage part or the whole part faces inward. So we want this guy flipped. Okay, took a little patience and practice, but I have the carriages on first. Next goes the spring, then goes the safety latch. So next goes the spring, then goes the safety latch. Next goes the spring, safety latch. Make sure it's right side up. Remember, this is upside down, so you could make a mistake. Okay, what's left now is to bolt the chrome rods to the base. Okay, slide the shaft up and bolt it in place. And you can make this tight. Bring it up. And bolt it into place. Okay, to stand it back up, I have my safety brackets in place. Okay, everyone's in place. Go ahead and tighten down all the nuts and bolts. Now comes the sleeves. There's a small little hex bolt right there. You have a hex wrench in your parts. Slide this guy over. And then hex it in place. One of the very last pieces you put into place is a small little, like a lead plug, this large. If you look on the inside of these safety catches, there's an oval cutout. Inside that, you'll see a hole in the carriage itself. Okay, I want to take the little lead piece on the end of it. One, it has like a little bull nose, one is flat. Take the bull nose part, stick it inside the oval opening on the safety catch. Find the hole in the carriage. So why the safety plug here? In the bench press, when you push up and unlock the safety catch, you don't want to roll too far, or else if you want to lock it back in place, you can't turn your wrist far enough. So this stops it from going too far. When you come down, find it, it locks into place. So why does it stop it going this way? If you rotate too far and you go to push up, this flips itself inside the peg. So it's there for a reason. You'll figure it out. But basically, get the plug in place. That's a safety catch for the, it's a safety catch for the safety catch. That is the BE-11 Smith machine assembly. If you have any questions, phone call or email at info@